So, of course, tonight we had Monday Night Raw. And overall, I thought tonight's episode of Monday Night Raw was quite frankly okay. I thought last week's was a better episode than this week's. But this week, we had progression in storyline, so obviously that's a plus. We obviously need that. Otherwise, it's like, who cares about the pay-per-view? But as you know, Summerslam's a few weeks from now, so we kick off with coming out there to the ring. Basically, calls everybody very lively bunch, and as usual, gets a misreaction. Basically, gets a promo about Brock Lesnar, his opponent at SummerSlam, for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. And it was okayish promo, really. And then Cal comes out Paul Heyman, you know, basically does what he does, becomes a mouthpiece of Brock Lesnar, and basically, there goes a promo right then and there. So then, the next thing you know, apparently also John Cena gets his shoes from Kmart. Yeah, Zara says he can't wrestle in sneakers. So when he comes out there, so what do we have now? John versus Cesaro to kick off the show. Overall, an okay match. Decent. Wins, that's all you need to know. That's all you need to know. And nothing else really wow about it. So, and then, we get this, alert, I guess you could say, this information that Stephanie McMahon has finally got out of jail. Wow, finally got out of jail. It's been a week, Stephanie. The Queen is out. You'd think she would get out of jail by now. Just saying. Like, oh, she's in jail. So then we have this little diva segment between AJ Lee, aka Miss Brooks, aka the 12-year-old, along with Paige, and little good promo. I mean, I think we're getting to this whole thing of calling AJ crazy a little old by now. I mean, what, we've been calling her crazy for, 2 years now? I think it's time to let it go. Alright, I'm not defending the 12-year-old Miss Brooks. I'm just saying, let it go with the whole 12-year-old thing, because, we get it. She's crazy. We've been there, and the crowd keeps on sharing CM Punk, and I'm just like, so then we have Delta coming up to the ring with his wife, Nova. And then, they start talking about how apparently, I think I might be getting this confused with later on in the night, but, they basically mention still tonight that how that their kids are being made fun of at camp because, Steph McMahon getting arrested, how it's hard have them to go to their next door neighbors and try to hang out with them, and that life's been difficult since Stephanie got arrested. And then out comes Chris Jericho, and I'm thinking, oh my god, this has 2000 written all over it. Freaking Triple H and Stephanie in the ring, and Chris Jericho interrupting them. This was like, I'm like, oh, flashbacks of, 2000 all over again. And, Chris Jericho didn't really come out and say, Stephanie, will you please shut the hell up? Because that's probably what he would be saying back in 2000. But nonetheless, he started singing, Cop's theme song, Bad Boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? And I was just like, wow. And it was just, kind of funny to be honest with you. So, God tells Jericho he needs to focus on Bray Wyatt, because Triple H said he's going to have to wait until SummerSlam to face Bray Wyatt, but tonight he's going to be facing the X-Men, Seth Rollins, and then Seth Rollins comes out of nowhere and attacks, Chris Jericho. So that was that. Then you go to a random 6-man tag team match between Dolph Ziggler and the Usos versus Rybaxel and The Miz. So overall, okay match. Obviously you have Ziggler and Miz feuding. I guess you have Rybaxel and the Usos feuding as of right now, so it makes sense having this being a tag team match. Usos and Ziggler's win. Yeah. But then the most, confusing part of the night. You have Bo Dallas, who you guys have known me for months now. I've never really been a big Bo Dallas fan. I like his gimmick. I'm not a fan of him per se, but I like his gimmick, if that makes sense. And, he's facing R-Truth, and you think, okay, R-Truth's gonna lose, yada yada yada, whatever, and boom. But no, the streak ends. R-Truth beats Bo Dallas. And I'm sitting here going, how and why does this, how? This doesn't make any sense. You have Bo Dallas, who, like I said, is not, in my opinion, honest opinion, not really good in the, not that great in the ring. His gimmick is rather hilarious, rather entertaining. And, obviously, you're pushing a young stud like Bo Dallas. And you just end the streak, this winning streak with R-Truth. Made me drop my cell phone. So then we have along with Lana. And how many times do I have to say this? Lana just keeps looking good. She's been consistently looking good, that's all I gotta say. And then you have to come We the People. Zip Coulter and Jack Swagger. And, they started doing this whole thing with the flags and which one's a real flag. And I'm saying, let me guess, you guys are going to have a flag match at SummerSlam, right? Because it just, it just seems that, we're going to have Rusev versus Jack Swagger in a flag match at SummerSlam. Probably will. I know they mentioned Obama, and they mentioned, again with the politics, and again, WWE's kind of getting a little bit sketchy, with this whole controversy, you could say, with this political Vladimir Putin, situation, but WWE. So then we have Damian Sandow, who's dressed up as an astronaut because we're in Houston, Texas. Houston, you have a problem. Versus Adam Rose, who keeps saying, "Oh, Bill, I'm gonna be a Rose, bud." And Adam Rose beats Damian Sandow in like a minute. Yeah. Then we go to Roman Reigns versus Kane, and match happened for a while. Gets involved. Match ends in a no contest. So instead of having God versus Roman Reigns, which we all thought would be happening by now, I guess we're now getting Roman Reigns. And should be a good match. I mean, obviously these guys have faced each other for a while now. I mean, all the way back to Extreme Rules when it was Evolution versus The Shield. So I guess these guys could put up a decent match at SummerSlam. They got some build up, so yeah. So then you have Fandango versus Diego. And John Tucker Must Die continues with this whole Lila, lovely English muffin, and the good old giraffe herself, Summer Rae. And it's just like, can we just have a freaking handicap match between like freaking the Slayers, aka Summer Rae and Layla versus Fandango, and that's how you put Layla go down in the sunset, with her retiring, and then Summer Rae does whatever, Fandango does whatever, because it's just like, I get it, Fandango is a goof in this comedy feud, but like, eesh. So then we have Natalya and Naomi versus the Pointless Cameron and Alicia Fox. So it's just Alicia Fox looking like not Alicia Fox, excuse me, Cameron looking like a stupid schoolgirl and slut, and then Naomi and Natalya win. Naomi hits the big scissor submission on who did she hit? I think she's on Cameron. To be honest with you, Cameron taps out. Yay! The feud continues. I had no idea. Then we move on to Chris Jericho versus Seth Rollins, and a pretty good match. I've seen a few people posting on Twitter their reaction to it. I do kind of agree. As much as, I've been a fan of Chris Jericho's for a long time, believe it or not. And obviously you could tell with age, Chris Jericho is getting slower in the ring. He's still good. No, I'm not knocking Chris Jericho. I'm not saying he's horrible. I'm saying that he's gone a bit slower in the ring. You could tell, obviously, with age, how many bumps he's taken for decades now, and, it's just natural. But overall, it wasn't a bad match with Seth Rollins. So, then you came out there with Rowan and Harper, pretty much interfering in this match along with Bray Wyatt, the Wyatt family. Weird. So, where the hell was Dean Ambrose tonight? I'm not remember seeing Dean Ambrose. I mean, I could be wrong. I'm just saying. Ugh. But nonetheless, guys, our main event was a Diva segment. Let me think about this before I refresh your mind again, your memory. Think about this hard thing again. The main event was a Divas segment. Last time this happened was on Monday Night Raw, which was what, 10 years ago? 2004, Lita, Trish, that classic match. Now, I'm being dead serious, it was a classic match, it was a very good match. But we're having the Queen coming out, saying that life's still been hard for her, and she wants Brie Bella to come out, and so Hippie Bella comes out, and, basically Stephanie's all like, why don't you just, drop the charges and drop this, I'll do whatever, just drop the charges, and Brie's like, okay, leave Nikki alone. And Nikki's like, alright, you got it, I'll leave Nikki alone, so this big titty Wonder Woman Bella alone. And then Brie pulls a Daniel Bryan and says, oh, and one more thing. And then Stephanie's like, oh god. Basically, she's like, what? And she basically, again, she called what, Stephanie, the Queen of Queens, a bitch like 5 times. I have never heard the word bitch so many times in a Divas feud. My god. Like, don't get me wrong, it's funny, but they're just overdoing the whole bitch thing. Like, pretty soon, Brie Bella's theme song's gonna be like, you can look, but you can't, bitch. Bitch, 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 bitch. Like, that's gonna be the whole song. Seriously, you might as well just put it out there. Instead of Daniel Bryan's yes, freaking Brie Bella, bitch, 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 bitch. Like, I'm surprised it hasn't even started a chant yet, but nonetheless. So Brie Bella basically challenges Stephanie McMahon for a match at Summerslam. And she said, yes, sir. And, next thing you know, Brie goes flying outside. Stephanie mocks, obviously, Daniel Bryan with the yes chant. Brie comes back. They start brawling. Out comes Jamie Noble and freaking Finley along with Dre Mercury, the agents backstage. They break it up. You get a Jamie Noble chant for crying out loud. And I'm just sitting here going, wow. I know I said this last week, and I'm saying it again one more time. It's sad that I'm more excited over Stephanie McMahon, who hasn't been in a match in the ring in what, over a decade, 10 years, and Brie Bella, who's good in the ring. I'm more interested in this feud than I am for Reigns, Orton, and fucking Lesnar and Cena. Ambrose and Rollins is another thing. That feud's actually good, but this is when WWE's trying to mix it up a bit, when you don't have or Roman Reigns in the main event, and instead you have God's wife and, a B plus players hippie wife close out the show, basically. That's some interesting stuff there. So, WWE tried something new tonight, and this to me was the bright spot of the night. It was the best part of the night was the ending. I know people used to say that when they say something sucks completely. This Raw didn't really suck. It was decent, but the ending really made up for it. I thought. Basically the ending kind of made it from like a show that was just like, to wow. That show wasn't too bad. So, anyways, that's it for me. What you guys think about Raw? You know what to do. Peace. Really.